in OpenOffice base and in database management part, we are going to see that how to create queries in base and how to make sorting. What is sorting? That all things we will see. In queries in base, we have to cover all these topics that we will cover. Create queries in using wizard, how to create queries using wizard, then how to create queries using design view, then we will see how to perform calculations in the query and grouping data in queries. These all topics we will cover today. So now we are moving ahead to cover our topic. For that, as you can see, actually I have created one database. I'm just opening that database. On clicking on this database, it will be opened directly. How to create tables inside the database, how to create database, and how to create tables using wizard, that I think that all things I have explained in my previous videos. You can visit for it. I will share the link for this. Now we are going to see as you can see, this is my invoice database. In that I have created tables. These many tables I have created to explain you how to work with queries. Here we can see that in tables, this is my EMP department table. I'm showing you the structure of this. This is the structure of the table. How to create the table, I have explained all this in previous videos. Now this is my another table. You can see the structure of this. Then in this table we will work. This is important one. In this table, as you can see, item ID, item SKU, this is the, you can say, part number, then price, then taxable, then shipping date, packaging fee, and range. These are the fields, and these are the type of the field. One more field, these all things, all fields about I have explained. One more important field is there, taxable. This is of type boolean. So boolean, in if we are making a field as type boolean, it can store only yes or no, means only boolean values. Either it can be yes or no, means two values it will store. Boolean type is used for that. So this field is for there. Okay, now I'm just closing it. I'm showing you the records inside it. Suppose in EMP department table, these many records are there. As you can see over the screen, these are the department, these are the records of department EMP department table. Means this is the departmental table, you can say, of any employee. Then this is general table of EMP. Here all the general information about the employee is given. Now what is queries? Queries, actually using query we can display our data in a sorted order, or extract the data as per our need, our requirement, as per our condition. We can display all the records over the screen. This is called query. So how to perform query, I'm showing you. First we will see how to create queries in queries using wizard. For that I will, as we know that this is your database pane. On this is our query option. We have to click on this query option. On clicking this query option, we will see this in task pane. We will see that here two options are there, using wizard and create querying using design view. So I will start from create query using wizard. So if we will click on it, it is giving this window as it is coming to the screen. Here it is showing us how, in which table we want to create query. I will show my queries using, suppose, this table, employee general table. So I will pick up this table. It is giving me all these fields. In this tables, all these fields are there. ये सारे field हैं इसके अंदर. Whatever field we want to select as the query result, we have to select all that fields. Suppose we will click on this, so it will show all the fields over the screen as the query result. So I don't want to select all the fields. That's why I'm picking up this. So I will select first, suppose I will select here. From here we can select this EMP ID, EMP code. Then we can select L name. I'm moving it this side. Then suppose city, I will click on this. So these three fields we will see over the screen. Now on clicking this next, we are going to see this is our step number 2, sorting order. On which order we want to sort our data. To sort by default it is undefined. We have to select any field, specific field, because these three fields we have selected. We can select any field on which we want to select our data filtered. So from here I'm selecting, suppose I'm selecting L name. For L name, if I am selecting this, by default my data will be selected in the order of ascending, under ascending order, or suppose we are selecting it descending. So now the data will be there displayed as in descending order. Then we can select any other order. So first it will select in name order, then whatever field you will select, it will be showing here. So I am not selecting it because I want to show you this so that it will be understood properly. Now I am clicking on this next. When we will click on next, then we will see over the screen search condition. This is, if we will write any field value here, it will select that particular field and according to that value. So as per that we can select it, but I'm not selecting it. Now I'm clicking on next. It is showing me the details of the queries. Detailed query, it shows all the records over the screen. So I want to see all the records over the screen with that 3 fields. So I will click on this next. When I will click on this, it is giving me the alias name of the table or fields, alias name of the fields. So these are the names of the fields when it will be displayed. If we want to change it, so we can change it here. Like EMP code, we can write the name of the field like this: employee code, EMPLOYEE, employee code. We can write it here. So this is the alias name, means another name of the field, caption name, last name, like that. Name city, let it be like this. Then we can click on next. So you will see that these names will be displayed over the screen. Then click on next. Then this is our name of the query, means by default the PC is going to save the query is like this. If we want to change it, we can change it, like query employee general. This is my query name, so let it be like this. If you will change it here, it can be changed. Now only option is to click on finish. When we will click on finish, we can see our query is displayed. We have selected our records in descending order of name field, that's why it is showing like this. As you can see that here last name is displayed because we have made the name field, we have changed the name field caption as last name, that's why it is showing last name. It is called alias name. Then employee code. So this is the result of the query. So query, it is displaying our records as per our need. Now one more thing I'm telling you, what is sorting? Sorting means to arrange all the fields in any specific order. So I'm showing you here. So it is about query. Now I'm closing it. This is how to make query using wizard. This is shown. Now I'm closing it. Now we can see that whatever name we have given to the query, it is there displayed here. So if we'll click on this query, so this is our query. Just now we have created it. Means we can save our result as in the form of query, and whenever we are required, when we can open it. You can see if I am clicking on it open, it is giving me this result. So this is all about query. Now I'm telling you how to sort, how to make sorting directly. So for that we can click on this table. Like here my general table is there. I'm showing you the table description and the records of the table. These are my all records. From here, suppose these are the records and all the records are arranged as we have entered it is showing like that. So if we want to arrange all the records in any specific order, like in the form suppose we want to see all the cities in descending order or in ascending order. So we are selecting the city field. In city field, we want to see all the records in order of city field, descending order. For that we have to click on this sort ascending or sort descending. We have selected the field. So what we will do, we will click on the field. Over the field we will come and we will select the field. Then just we will click on this sort descending. So it will arrange all the records in descending order of the field city. As I am clicking on it, you can see all the records are arranged. Now here the record numbers are also changed accordingly. Means the city Surat is coming first because alphabetically it is at the last. So descending order, because it is showing all the cities in descending order: Surat, then Ranchi, then Mumbai, S, then R, then M, then D, then B. So Bangalore is coming at last. So now we have seen that how to sort our records directly and how to give query, how to display query using wizard. Now I'm showing you how to create our query using design view. This is very important, how to create query using design view. For that, click on query, because we want to create the query. These are the tables, and there are various records. So I will create a query in my table item. So let's see what is the description of item first. I have shown the description. So again we can see it. This is the description of the table, means these many fields are there in this item table. And I'm just closing it. And now we are going to see the records of this table. How many records are there in this item table? So just I'm opening it. When I will open it, so you can see these many records are there in this item table. So here item ID, item, SKU, this we can see it, we can say this is part number. Then these are the price of the item. Then taxable, this is checked or unchecked, means it, because it is made as boolean, data type is boolean, that's why it is showing like this, either true or false. Then shipping weight and packaging fee, these fields are made as decimal. And range, one more thing is range, means the higher price is called as big and smaller price is named as small. So these are the two range given. Then these are the field type and its description and records. These many records I have entered one by one. Now I'm closing it. Now we are going to perform the query in it. Means suppose query is what? Suppose this is the table. And I want that all the records should be arranged in ascending order of price order में सारे record arrange होने चाहिए. And I want to filter the records also, means I want to see the records whose are there in between the price. Suppose we can take price in between the price 22,000 to 30,000. 22,000 to 30,000. All the records that we want to see over the screen, the range should be 22,000 to 30,000. Means 22,000 से लेके 30,000 तक के सारे records we want to see over the screen, and all records must be there arranged in descending order of price, descending order के form में. तो देखते हैं इसको कैसे करते हैं. For that what we will do, we will just closing the screen. How to perform this query I'm showing you using design view. For that I'm closing it. Now to perform query, I'm clicking on this query. Here I have to click on this query in design view. When I will click this query in design view, here you can see it will show the tables exist. All these 4 tables exist in my this invoice database. In my invoice database, मेरे invoice database में ये 4 table हैं. So it will list all the tables exist. Now we want to perform our query in this item table. That's why I will click on this item table. क्योंकि मुझे item table में अपनी query को display करना है, तो मैं item table select कर रहा हूँ. Now I'm clicking on this item table. Then I have to add it. When I will add it, this table is added here, as you can see over the screen. We can select more than one table here, but I'm showing you how to generate query using this item table. So I'm just after adding this table, I'm just closing it, because हमको अपने queries इस item table पे perform करके देखना है. Now I'm showing this item table. We can see that all these fields are there of item table is displayed here in this way. Here this key notation is showing that item table is this is the primary key. Okay. Now our target was we want to see whatever field we want to see over the screen. We can select all the fields one by one. Like we can select item ID first, because suppose item ID हमको देखना है. Then we can select item also. This will be the item name. Then we can select price of the item also. Then we can select from here we can select is it taxable or not. That also we want to see, so we can see this taxable or not, this also. Then after this we can select, we can change the order of the field to display. If we will pick up this taxable here, so taxable will be shown before item name. So that item order we can means field order we can also change from here. Now I'm picking any other shipping weight, we can just, I'm just picking this field also, shipping weight. So 1 2 3 4 5 fields already I have selected. After that at last we can select one more field, like I'm selecting packaging fee. So these all fields I have selected, means when my query will be displayed over the screen, these many fields will be displayed. This depends how many fields we are selecting. It must be selected like this. Now it is by default invisible, so I have to check it like this. So it will be visible now, means it will be there displayed. Now the part is we have to give our criteria, means on which range we want to select as the, because we have to select price, those items whose price was there in between 2200. So I will give greater than equal to, so it will include that 22,000 also. I'm writing this 22,000 like this. After that, and I have to use that logical operator, and it will match both the condition, and if both the conditions are applied, satisfied, then only it will display the result. मीन्स ये दोनों कंडीशन को लेते हुए अगर दोनों कंडीशन ट्रू होगी तभी ये रिकॉर्ड स्क्रीन पे दिखाएगा. नाउ हियर आवर प्राइस रेंज इज बिटवीन 22,000 टू 30,000, मीन्स हम ये 22,000 से लेके 30,000 तक के सारे रिकॉर्ड स्क्रीन पे देखना चाह रहे हैं. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव यूज्ड दिस इक्वल टू आल्सो अलोंग विद दिस ग्रेटर देन साइन. ओके, नाउ after that we have to select this sort, on which order we want to display this these all records. So we will select this as a descending, because we want to display our records in descending order, and this is our price range. So this is the part which we wanted to do. Now after that we will save our query using this save button. Once I will click on this save button, it will ask the query name. By default computer is suggesting that this can be given as the query name, so we can change it as per our needs. Suppose I am writing here we can write any query name. My table name is item, so I am writing here item query, in short item query, or here we can write price. We can write this name as the query name, so this will become the query name. Now then I'm click on this OK button. Once I will click on this OK button, the query is ready. Now to run this query we have to click on this button. As you can see, this is a run query button, or directly we can press F5 button. This is the shortcut key for to run the query in OpenOffice base. Once I will click on this, so you can see over the screen it is displaying all that data which is satisfying the condition. So we can see that 1 2 3 4 5 6, there are 6 fields as we have selected here. All that fields are displayed, and it is showing all the result in between this range 22,000 to 30,000. So here 22,000 is also going to display over the screen, and in between 30,000, this is the only record. So these three records are only there which is satisfying the condition, and these all records are also already arranged in descending order because we have selected descending from here. So this is all about query, how to display our query over the screen. We can put any other operation here also if we want to see our query in ascending order. So we can select ascending from here, and again we can run the query. It will display the result accordingly. See, now it is changed. Now if we are changing the criteria here, suppose I want to see all the records greater than 10,000 and along with and less than, now I'm selecting 35,000. So it will show these many records over the screen of price. Again I'm running the query. See, so now these 5 records are there in between this range. Okay, so this is all about query, how to perform query over the screen and query in design view. This is very important part. Now I'm showing you how to perform calculations in query. We can perform calculations over query also. So how to perform calculations? For that, what we have to do? I'm just picking one more field here. We can do one thing. I'm just removing this shipping weight because it is not required. so that it will be visible properly. I'm just here picking like this, creating this. Here I'm making one more calculation as a field. So suppose I want to add price with packaging price. So for that I have to write here price, price field, price plus price means previous price will be added with packaging fee with multiplied by price. So packaging fee, packaging PAC, packaging fee. So like that we can write it, and it will, what it will do, it will take our previous price, whatever the price of the item is, and it will add that price with the price multiplied by the packaging fee. So now it will be the final price. So we can see if we will run this query what it will do, and for that we have to select that visibility also, let it be visible. Now after clicking on this, it will be visible over the screen and we can run the query. Now if we will run the query, we can see all these fields are coming and the calculation is also displayed over the screen. Here you can see. Okay, now one important thing is, if we want to change this display, it is displayed like this as we have given, but we want to change display caption, so we can do that also. It is called, it can be possible using this alias. So whatever name we want to display, here we can write all that name. So I am writing here alias name. It can be means, suppose I am writing here payable price, because customer has to pay this price along with this packaging fee included. So payable price, payable price. So this will be the, this will become the caption. Now you can see here what will be the reflection. Now I have changed it. Now if I will click on this run query, so a second, payable price, because it is saved, it is not executing in that way. A second, payable price. Second, I'm just writing it here. It can be written here also like this. Now just run it. Now we can see that payable price is coming here. So without inverted comma we have to give it. So this is the caption it is showing here. Okay, so like that we have seen what is the alias name, how to perform calculations over query, how to create queries using design view, how to create queries using wizard. These many topics we have covered today. These all very important topics. Now we are going to see what is grouping data in queries. How can we group data in query? For that, just I'm just closing the, I'm just saving this. That query name is item query price. I'm just saving it and closing it. Now we can see it is showing me the screen. Here the interface is like this, means we have made two queries. This is our query using wizard, and this is our query using design view. We can open it afterwards also like this. It will show the same result. Okay, and if we want to edit it again, if we want to add some more condition, we can edit it from here. Okay, so here we can add some more condition and again we can save it. So it is by default save. Now I'm closing it. Now I'm showing you how to make grouping in queries. How can we make group in queries? For that, first I will show you the item table, because I want to perform the grouping on a specific field. That is, we can see this field is there, range. I will perform grouping result in the over this field range. Okay, so this is big and small. Only two values are there, big or small. Suppose we want to calculate how many big values are there and how many small values are there. For that we can perform this grouping. So I'm showing you how can we do that. For that, what I am to do, I will do, for that we have to select from here. I'm selecting again query. I'm creating a query using design view. Okay, this is the same process we are doing again. Create query using design view. We want to perform our query on this item table, so I'm adding it. After this item table is added, because we want to perform our calculation over this range field. So I'm just picking this range field here. 8 second. Yes, this is not added. 8 second. This is added now. 1 minute. Here now it is displayed. 8 second. Yeah, so now we can select this range field because we want to see range. We want to perform our operations on range field. Now we have to make the group of this range. And one more, here again I am selecting the range field because here I will make the group. Whatever group option we want to perform, we have to make the group of that, because we want to perform the operation over this range field as a group. So I'm making the group first. See, it is very important. For that I have to select the table. From here also I am to select the table name. So by default it is showing item. I am selecting, because item table is added, it is showing me this. Suppose 2-3 tables are there, so it will show all the table list. From there we have to select any specific table name over which we want to perform this operation. So item table is selected now. Now I will select the function. Here I am to select this function. By default it will show me all these functions are there, whatever function we want, because we want to make group. So I am clicking on this C. Okay, then item table, we want to make this range function as a group. Now we will pick up this along with this group function from here, because I want to calculate, I want to get the total of that big and small values. I will collect this count function. It will count all that values. The count function I have taken from here. After that, all this process, just I am running the query. We can see what is the result. After running the query, we can see over the screen it is showing range, big or small. There is only 2 categories, big or small, and it is giving us the counting of that particular values. There are 8 bigs and 3 small items. So these are the role of your grouping data in queries. Means it is applied through group function. These are the grouping function. And before selecting any group function, we have to make them in group using like this, as I have created. Now we can see if we want to get the total price value of items, so we can do that also, sum of all the prices. So for that again I am clicking here. In that I will add it. Here we can, because it is already in group, now I am adding one more function, sum. So because we want to display price, it will show all the prices as a group. So item I have selected. After that I will select from here, I will select a function sum. Yeah, this is the function sum. When I will click on this, so it will give all the big values total and all the small values total. Here range will be whatever the big range is there, it will give the sum of that, and whatever the small range is there, it will give the sum of that both. To see it is reflecting over the screen or not. So click on this run query again and see over the screen it is displayed. Means there are total 11 items. In that 8 big items, this is the sum of that all big items. Then this is the all the small items sum. If you want to perform some other calculation, like we want to get the average of that also, so we can do that again. Over the price, we can select over the price, and from here we can select average function. Where it is, average function, average function at the top. Yes, see, average. On clicking on this average, means what it will do, it will give the average of all the big values. Range will be big, it will give the average of all that. Means price का जितना भी average बनेगा big values का, उसका average and small value का average over the screen. So let us try this. C. So this is the average of that all big items and all this small range. So this is all about the queries. This is very important part, how to perform queries over the table. These all things I have explained. In that we have seen how can we make our queries using wizard and using design view. How can we perform any calculation over the query? What is sorting? Directly we can sort our records. How can we do this? And after that we have seen that how can we make our grouping. What is grouping? How can we display our data using group and various forms of the queries. So this is all about. Thank you all. Thank you and have a nice day. Please comment if you like. Comment and share. Thank you all. And subscribe my channel also. Thank you. Thank you all.